I hope all of you or some of you would have at least heard AI in the era of software from Andrej Karpati, where he spoke about how software engineering in general is going to get transformed with AI. I'd have a similar narrative here, is, but instead I'd speak about how CX or customer experience and customer engagements as a function, which is critical to every business that's operating with consumers. You have a customer touch point where you're talking to customers, and there is plenty of opportunity in automations with AI there. And voice as a channel is especially interesting because we are seeing a huge leap in the way voice-based AI systems are getting evolved. All right. So if you look at production grade voice bots that are running right now, predominantly in market, right? I mean, this is, although you could see generative AI bots getting a lot of adoption, they are in a stage where organizations are adopting it and not really boasting about full-fledged scalability. Right now, we also have a lot of flow bots, a lot of interactive bots are kind of IVR, like if you have spoken to banking bots or airline bots. A lot of these bots are flow-based bots, which are intent-based bots usually built on a platform like Dialog, Flow AI, Yellow Messenger, etc. And they are deployed on voice. The nature of these bots are these are like object workflow chatbots, except that they have a turn of voice converted into text and then going to an intent model and then back. If you see what's getting adopted right now, the transition of the industry is from flow-based bots to generative AI bots, or sometimes people call it AI agents or humanoids, which can interact with customers using an LLM as a framework for identifying what the customer intent is and then taking it ahead. Now, the nature of bots that organizations have been looking at is primarily FAQs, primary lead qualification, and then probably just basic workflows. Customers are reaching out off hours and they need some basic support, and then we schedule a callback for the next day because the AI bot cannot fulfill it. Or let's say I have tens of thousands of leads and I would want to identify those interested leads before I take it to the next journey. So that's what people are experimenting with generative AI bots now. But what is beyond is something you can think of as an agentic contact center, where end-to-end fulfillment, where an agent or an AI bot on voice can interact with customers, collect the required details, fetch the external CRM, send messages or payment link to the customer, confirm the payment, and fulfill the end-to-end journey like a human being does, except that it is available 24 by 7 and has been and is consistent in its performance and is there with the organization once it is trained forever, as long as you have that particular business workflow. That's what you can think of as agentic contact center, and that's where we are heading towards. A lot of AI agents are in space in a lot of business workflows like email automation, lead gen automation, and then maybe Jira ticket automation, Freshdesk ticket automations, etc. But we are talking about, and we have some implementations today where full-fledged agentic voice bots are interacting with customers, fulfilling the full end-to-end journey from requirement gathering to probably probing and then fulfillment. Right. And everywhere across the industry, when they think of Gen AI use cases, apart from standard software code assisters or co-pilots or meeting notes takers, etc., they think of improving CX, and that is the easiest and probably the most relatable use case when they talk about AI enabled agents, right? And if you look at the opportunity in this space, this is a report from Ernst& Young. There is at least 15% of calls which you can prevent today, right, with AI agents, with the current maturity of the technology and the available systems that are there. Average handling time can be reduced at max by 90%, agent cost at least by 30%, and which we are seeing it today in production as well. We are able to replace end-to-end AI end-to-end agent workflows, human agent workflows with agentic AI. And for FCR improvement by 85%, repeat purchase improvement by 90%, NPS improvement by 120 points, and so forth. Right. So this is the end-to-end opportunity. Beyond just virtual agents that can interact with customers, you can also have agentic assistants which can assist your human agents who are interacting with your customers. And then in the post-contact journey, after the interaction is finished between a human and an AI, and then a human, you have end-to-end agentic reports on how this fulfillment has happened. And that completes the entire loop of contact center fulfillment. So I'll present some of my perception, some of our experiences on building voice agents with a couple of demos. This is one example from retail as an industry where a bot is fetching and probing and very empathetically handling a customer grievance with respect to their order.
Hello, this is Emily from Target Retail. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I just ordered like 3 pairs of shoes, but one of them is not fitting me.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can you provide the order ID so I can assist you further?
Can't you just check it with my name?
I understand it's inconvenient, but the order ID helps me locate your purchase quickly. It's usually found.
Okay, so you can have it. It's 56XJ.
Thank you. Can you confirm what the issue is with the pair that isn't fitting?
I ordered size 4, but it's actually size 6 that was below.
I apologize for the mix-up. Would you like to exchange it for the correct size?
But how could they make such a big mix-up? Like, can't they see the number?
I apologize for the error. Mistakes can happen during packing. Would you like me to arrange an exchange for the correct size?
What are the options? Can I go to a nearby store? Can I arrange a pickup? Like, what all are the other options?
All right. So that's it.
Yes, I'm here. Which option would you prefer, visiting a store or arranging a pickup?
I believe
Just pause it here. So you could see an AI agent checking the order details of the customer, then checking in the backend system. And when the customer had a query, which was what are the available options for return? Can I go to a nearby store? It even checked a backend knowledge base to fulfill that particular query of the customer. So this is what we are seeing today, end-to-end support fulfillment. This is a complete customer query being addressed by an AI agent. The conversation flows on until it places a return order and all of that, right? This is another example from real estate.
Hello, I'm Maya calling from No Broker. We came to know that you are looking to buy a property. Can we help you with some suggestions?
Yes, yes. So I was looking to buy properties in south of Bangalore. What is the budget that I should be looking for?
It depends on your preferences, but generally, for a comfortable lifestyle, a budget between 50 lakhs to 1 crore is considered ideal for properties in South Bangalore. Would you like me to look into options within this range?
Yes, yes. If you can suggest me properties in Prestige, Fern City, that would be ideal.
Sure, I can do that. Do you have a specific time frame in mind for when you would like to move in?
I'll pause it here. Now, this is an example of a AI agent on voice, which is able to do consultative sales. The customer probably did not realize that it was an AI agent it is speaking to, then ask queries like, what is a good budget? And it was able to very smartly suggest a budget and also consultatively ask the customer, would you like to get some options here? Right. And also after that, it was asking certain things like, what is the available, what is the time frame in which you are expecting to close the purchase, and a bunch of questions, and then complete the fulfillment by even sending a recommendation to the customer on WhatsApp. Right. So this is where AI agents are not just inbound support resolution, but also outbound consultative interactions with customers on voice. All right. So that's voice agents. So, but uh, it's impossible to imagine AI agents fulfilling 100% of your business workflows, which might be a reality in some time, but not today, right? So you have the current scenario or the current uh, ecosystem of how technology around AI sits. You need AI agents as well as human agents, because even when there are AI agents, you can expect that there are escalations or there are situations where the bot hallucinates or do not understand what the customer speaks, or it doesn't have the right access to the right tools to fulfill that journey. Not because it doesn't have the ability, but it is not configured yet, right? Or you as a business has taken a decision that these workflows will be executed by a human agent rather than an AI agent. For example, let's say the customer asks for a refund, right? And just to make sure that you are not processing refunds unnecessarily, you have taken this action to be transferred to a human agent. And we have seen situations where AI agent is not recognized as an AI agent from the customer, and the customer asks questions to the AI agent in such a way that it feels like it the customer feels it's a human agent it is speaking to. And when this was transferred, the AI agent said, "I'm transferring it to a colleague of mine rather than I'm transferring it to a human." And that complete experience looks like once per agent is transferring the call to another agent, when it's actually an AI agent getting transferred to a human agent. Now, when human agent comes into picture, it's not that, AI cannot do anything there. There are a bunch of things that you can do there. So if you look at how conversations happen today, there is voice. The customer must have posted something on social media. So the interaction might start this way. Customer said, your service is not up to the expectation. I have lost my baggage. And then you have an AI agent calling the customer and checking the status. After that, it sends a message about collecting a feedback of this particular interaction on WhatsApp. And then the customer probably says that, or the bot would have said something like, can you give me details about your baggage on email? And then the customer would write an email to the business. So it's an ecosystem of calls plus messages plus social media chats plus emails, everything happening. So in a setup like this, you have a lot of unstructured data also. So for example, you have your conversations happening with bots and you do not have visibility on it because these are voice and unstructured chat and text data, email data, which is not available for analytics for you. So, but conversation data is really a gold mine where you get to know about your customers. What are they talking about? What are the common pain points which they have? For example, in the scenario which I mentioned yesterday, if 50% of your customers are calling because their baggages are getting lost and they are being fulfilled by AI agents, and AI agents is not transferring that knowledge back to you, then you as a business, although some queries are getting fulfilled by AI, you do not know because AI agent is not communicating to you strategically that customers are starting to complain about lost baggage. That's where you need a bunch of analytics on top of interactions that are happening. So if you look at a human conversation that's happening between an agent and a customer, this is an actual agent customer conversation. All right, that's a very unstructured conversation happening in multiple languages, Hindi and English, between a human agent as well as a human customer, correct? If you look at this conventionally, it's sat in the form of a WAV file in your database, and your, unless you downloaded it and then probably listened to it with your ear, you would not have understood what happened in that conversation. But with AI, what you can do today is that you could actually structure this conversation into what were the various intents that were spoken by the customer, right? It opened with a salutation, then there was a budget requirement, then the location, PHK requirement, all of the intents that happened in the conversation. This was typically conventionally looked at with audits. Like you had an auditor who would be given a form, and then he would just listen to those calls, fill in the form, and then understand what happened in that call. Correct. Now that can be full-fledged automated with nothing but a simple agent which is instructed. You are given a call, you would look at the call transcript and assess if all of this has happened or not. And with this, what you get is a structured conversational data which is available for analytics. With that, what also get to know is what are your good conversations, average conversation. You can improve your AI agents, you can improve your human agents, you can give them feedbacks, you can understand who are your top performers, bottom performers, all of that. This gives you end-to-end reporting on top of your conversational data, which lets you understand 100% which lets you get 100% insights about what is happening in your conversation and what can you do to make it better. So if you look at this, this is what we have packaged at No Broker as Conversant, because what we realized that conversations, automations with AI agents is not just the end of it. In order to manage an ecosystem where your human agents and AI agents are simultaneously coexisting and interacting with your customers, you need a full-fledged agentic platform where you can build agents, you can patch that to human agents, and then you could have multi-modal communications with your customers on emails plus chats plus WhatsApp, all of that. And then on top of it, get complete visibility on how human agents and AI agents are performing. You cannot have a platform where you could build AI agents and you have a different platform where you could monitor them, or you cannot have a platform where you just monitor agents and then you're not having ability to build AI agents on top of learnings that you have held from human agents. So pairing it all of this together, we build a platform called Conversant at No Broker, which is used by No Broker at scale and also dozens of customers across multiple industries, including automobile, insurance, etc. So we call it the conversational AI cloud, which integrates with the current business ecosystem of wherever you operate. This will have telephony, this will have WhatsApp, this will have social media, this will have CRM, an intelligence layer on top of it, where you can build voice agents or chat agents, a complete performance management suite which lets you automate your QA process, scoring process, and a complete customer insight suite which lets you understand what are the common VOCs, rejection reasons, intents, high intent customers, low intent customers, all of that. So all of this is also carrying a massive potential in what agents can do or AI agents can do for business. This is a study by Bloomberg and General Atlantic Research. The global CCAS spent or the global spend on contact center, which include the software, which is the contact center software, plus the human agents. So it's estimated that there are around 12 lakh human agents in just in India who are speaking to customers, because India as a geography is also a lot of BPO business, with a lot of BPO business where a lot of outsourced human agents are speaking for international audiences also. So there are around 12 lakh agents just in India. Globally, the global spent on agents plus CCAS software is estimated to be around half a trillion in 2023. And it's estimated that by 2022, you would reduce this to around 300 billion, where you could see that here human and software technology, it's distributed 7 billion 525 versus 278 to 27. So you would spend more on technology and less on human agents. Right. So that's it. Thank you for your time.